What's going on, guys? So we're back today with another goo deck. Seemed to like the card the first time around, so I wanted to go ahead and try it a different path this time, do it a little bit differently, see if we get similar results with how strong the first one was. So this time, instead of space, we opted for arts and culture cards, so we did a 9-9 split. Again, this is the card I'm referring to, Gray Goo. It says when drawn, if your deck has 9 or more science cards, 9 of your random science cards, wherever they are, lose 10 until played, and then 9 of your random non-science cards gain plus 10 permanent. So I like the idea of getting that permanent power going into the late game. Seems really strong. So we opted for the 9-9 split, like I said. Lobotomy, another great card I've been getting a lot more high on lately. When drawn, 9 of your random cards, wherever they are, lose 20 for 3 turns, and then when returned, 9 random cards gain plus 20 until played. So getting it back, but with the until played stipulation, which is nice. Let's take a look at the rest of the deck. We've got Jet Car for science. Going to be our finishing card. Get that adjacent cards, that plus 80. So we're going to take advantage this week of the energy minimum of 20 no matter what. So cards like Francis Crick that are losing 1 energy do not apply right now. So I'm going to take advantage of that. And we're going to play Francis Crick, and we're also going to play Tungsten. They both lose the 1 energy, and we don't care because why not, right? Let's take advantage. Doppler Effect. Going to get that nice science card buff, plus 30, and then a little reduction on cost. So instead of, like I said, you guys saw the last deck I did with Carl Sagan in Gray Goo. This one is going to be the Consciousness Goo deck, so I call it Brain Goo. When drawn, if your deck has exactly 9 arts and culture and 9 science, pretty much they all get plus 18 until played. So nice strong buff there. Let's see, we've got Dark Web. It's going to be another buffer for us. We do have a lot of cards over the 50 power, as you can see. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10 that I see over 50 power. So going to get a nice buff there for those. Pantomime, interesting card. It says when drawn, for every arts and culture card in your hand, your arts and culture cards gain plus 7 until played. So hopefully when that card draws, we have a fistful of these arts and culture cards. We are rocking Polymesis in this deck. When drawn, this card loses 60 power this turn, and an opponent's random card loses 15 permanently. So nice there. We're going to start digging their permanent power. Following suit here on the power per turn train, we have Helen Keller. So if we lost 1 round this game, we get that plus 15 permanent. And Snow Queen, if it's the last turn of the round, we gain plus 10, and they lose minus 10. Sorry if you guys can hear. I'm actually out in the garage filming this, and my dryer is spinning super fast right now, so sounds like it's about to blow through the wall. Next, we have Linton's Sacrifice. Again, I want to take advantage of the minus 1 energy this week, and we're going to get that plus 50 this turn, so that's cool. Let's see, what else we got? Did I go through just about everything? Last couple arts and culture cards. We did opt for the Fatalism deck. Philosophy combo. So when drawn, 2 random philosophy cards in your hand gain plus 50 perm, and the other one is going to be Heraclitus. So he's got a nice plus 10 until played, plus 10 until played, and there's a start ability that's minus 10. We've got Archangel, obviously just a great card overall. Stratovarus going to buff our adjacent cards plus 38 on the turn. And then finally, last, I don't even know how to say that, Caves. When returned, if you won the turn, this card gains plus 20 permanent, and your arts and culture and science cards, wherever they are, gain plus 7 until played. So, neat little deck here we have thrown together. So let's go check it out and see how we do with the Brain Goo today. All right, let's see, select deck. We want the Brain Goo. Let's go ahead and drop it. As always, good time to say, if you guys enjoy the channel, enjoy the content, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, guys. We are getting close to the 1,000. I appreciate all you guys that do. It helps out the channel tremendously. We are growing and growing. Hopefully we can get some of that YouTube money here soon. That would be nice. But, if not, no big deal. We'll just keep making videos. But funny story today. So I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was either my last video or the video before. I mentioned coming back from Atlanta, our trip we took to watch the Braves game, and our AC was kind of going out in our Chevy Traverse. Well, my wife now has been freaking out about her car because, it has 70,000 miles on it, so it's got to be junk by now, right? So today we decided let's go try and trade it in and see if we can get something new for her. I don't really care. I have an old beat-up pickup truck. I'm going to run it till it dies, so that's how I am. But her, on the other hand, she has to have the latest and greatest of everything, so that's what we tried to do. We got there. We found a real nice, what was it? It was a GMC Elevation. It's like a new trim package they have for basically like a GMC, what's the pickup truck line? Like a Silverado type 1500 series of some sort. Can't remember what the name is, but they call it an Elevation. And it was super sleek. It was red on black, blacked out rims, real nice looking truck. And I want to say they wanted like 50, or maybe like 55, 54,000. And we went in there trying to haggle and negotiate. Well, they didn't want to budge on pricing, like hardly at all. I was a little kind of irritated by it. But what was it? I basically had a number in my head where I wanted my monthly payment to be. And they come out the gate with, it was like $900 a month or something crazy. I was like, no, we're not doing that. So they couldn't come down to where I needed to be. So we had her go pick something else. So she opted for, I think it was a GMC Arcadia. Same deal with the red on black, blacked out rims. Real sleek looking Arcadia. I want to say it was like, I don't know, like, what was it, 37, I think is what it was at, 37,000. And got back in there and tried to negotiate, and they, again, just would not come off the price or trying to get me where I wanted to be on my monthly payment, which is crazy because I felt like they tried more on the truck. And then I basically played hardball and wasn't budging on where I wanted to be. And I think they could have done it, honestly. I was probably like $2,000 off from, if they had knocked, probably, I'd say about $2,000. They probably would have been where I wanted on my monthly payment. But they didn't want to budge. So I basically said, all right, we're going to walk away. And as I'm sitting there, the guy went to get me, because we were going to do a trade-in with the Traverse and everything. And he went to get my keys back from my truck. And then his manager, like the numbers guy, came over. And he, like, just reamed into me. I was, like, blown away by this guy. He literally starts in, like, I can't go any lower. Like, we're already at the bottom and blah, blah, blah. And he pulls out the paper and shows me he's losing money on this deal. And then I had already told his other guy that was trying to sell me this BS that they're losing money. Like, no, you're going to make money because you're, number one, they weren't even, like, factoring the Traverse into, like, the equation. Like, they were going to make money on that when they resold it for probably double what they pay us for. I'm like, okay, number one, you're going to make money on the Traverse. But then he tries arguing with me like, no, we have to relist it and do all this nonsense and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're still going to make money on the Traverse, dude. Like, don't sit here and come to me, spout out these lies that you're, losing money on this deal, because it's completely wrong. You're not losing anything. And he basically, like, blows up, and I don't like it when people call me a liar and blah, blah, blah. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Like, a manager of trying to get your business just basically, like, blowing up in your face in front of everybody. I was just, like, completely caught off guard by this. And I didn't even, like, interrogate this. He literally came over to me, like, already, like he was heated up on it. And I'm like, dude, like, we tried. Like, you can't get where I want to be, so don't come over here and, like, spouting off all this nonsense that you're not making any money and you're basically giving this thing away and yada, 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 because it's definitely not true. So it was pretty crazy, though. I literally I was so mad by this guy, the way he reacted to this whole ordeal. Like, completely felt like it was, like, unantagonized for him to come over and just start in on me, basically. that I literally like left a terrible review online and everything for this guy. I was so mad. Like, and then like straight up tells me like, well, clearly this is out of your price range. You need to go start looking for something in your price range by the sound of it. And I'm just like, okay, dude, like number one, you haven't budged off the price you're listing it at. Like, maybe why don't you try coming down off your price a little bit, and then we'll be where I want to be. And literally, I by this point, I hadn't budged from his price. He had it listed online. He hadn't come off that number one bit. Yet sitting here telling me I'm unrealistic. I was completely flabbergasted. But anyway, I'm getting worked up just thinking about it right now. Guy really tilted me a little bit today. But it sucked because now, like, he kind of burned the bridge, I felt like, just coming over doing that. Because we might have left and come back and after we looked around town and said, that is the best deal. Let's go back. But now my wife and I are just like completely so mad. Me more than her, obviously. She'd probably go back and get it anyway. But myself, on the other hand, I'm just like, I really don't want to have to go back and see that guy. I'm freaking strangle him. So anyway, that was the highlight of my Sunday. Just a terrible Sunday. Now I get to hang out with you guys and make some sweet video action. So hopefully it gets a little better of a Sunday. All right, enough of that. Where are we at here? We need to win this, don't we? So let's get that Helen Keller down. We do have our jet car, so I think we play it. Maybe we go sacrifice. It gets us up pretty high. Let's do that. It should be enough. Make sure we win this round. We got a pretty good situation going here. I feel like our deck's doing well. It's going to be, we're up 2-1. His deck, not that strong. Hungry. All right, we need to hold this card because we didn't draw our fatalism, so we don't want to play that. Kind of thinking we do it like this. Let's get those cards out of our hand. Even though I probably should have cycled Archangel to get the buff, but that's all right. That's all right. I didn't want to get the debuff from the Doppler. But yeah, still just thinking about it, I'm still agitated now. just talking about it to you guys. Guy literally tilted me. All right. We'll do it like this. Nice 735. Man, this deck's putting down the power, huh? It's all about that goo, that brain goo. Love me some of that brain goo. All I can think is like Fear Factor back in the day when they used to like challenge you to eat the brain, the cow brain and whatnot. Those shows always cracked me up back in the day. Oh, we don't have enough energy. Let's do the brain goo. Let's do the brain goo. Don't think he's got 900 he's putting down here. All right, well, deck did what it needed to do. I gooed all over him. Little giggity goo. Oh, what's that from? You guys know what that's from. What TV show is the giggity? All right. You just bought me 3 more minutes. All right. Come on, you guys know what that's from. Somebody drop a comment. I need to know if you guys know where my brain is at right now. Used to love that show back in the day. It was probably, I don't know, I just used to go around saying that all the time, quoting that specific guy all the time. Yeah, I was that guy. I was that weird guy that did that. So what else? Been still buying up some baseball cards. I've got like a probably good 25 pulled aside that I want to send off to get graded soon. So I will probably start up the little eBay sale business. Now that my wife is wanting a nice expensive car, I'm basically telling her, well, you ain't getting it until you start up a little side business. So hopefully she lights a fire under her to maybe start up a little business or something. Try making some side hustle money. That's what this channel was supposed to be doing, but clearly I've failed. We ain't pulled a dime yet. Clearly I have failed. That's all right. You guys still love me anyway, I know. Even though I'm a failure. Just don't tell the wife. I don't want her to know. All right, let's see. Let's do it like this. Get that Snow Queen down next round. Half tempted to lose this, so we lose round 1 for our Helen Keller. But sometimes you just can't lose when you want to. You know? Unless you go to that Nimnik Chevy or a GMC dealership, then I mean, you're definitely walking out of there upset, that's for sure. Oh, which one do I want to go with here? We go for the big dog. I'm hesitant playing Tungsten just because I don't want to lose here. I think that's probably good like that. All right, well, I guess we don't lose round 1, so Helen Keller is going to be bad this game. Ooh, there's a good draw on our Fatalism with our Heraclitus. Perfect timing. Let's see. We want to get those played cycling together, and let's get Dark Web in there as well. Need to get that Tungsten down so I can start taking advantage of it. Ooh, a nice Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus combo. Good turn for our opponent. Let's give him some eye-poppingness. What? All right, there's our Grey Goo doing work. All right, we're going to get Archangel going. Maybe this is a Jet Car turn. Let's do a Jet Car with Tungsten. Okay, good turn for him. He's up there, 422. Very nice. We are tied. Actually, he's minus 10, so I'm actually winning. All right, here we go. Let's hold Keller in case we lose this round. We can trigger it next turn. I think we got to go for the win. So let's do it. He might get us. I think he did. Yep, that's all right. Our Helen Keller's going to trigger now. Still think we're good for the late game. Let's get our consciousness cycling back too. Good timing on that Doppler. We'll do it like that. I like his deck. His deck's pretty decent. I always like the Egyptian decks. I feel like they're a little underrated. So they can be pretty strong, especially into the late game. We do have a little bit of power per turn we're generating, so I think we'll be good. So that's going to outscale him. Just a little splash sometimes, all you need. All right, let's do it like this. Yes, I like that. I like a you. All right, holding the lead. We got our Stradivarius too, which is nice. Polyphemus is going to get a little larger now as well. Ooh, Fatalism. And we drew our Snow Queen, so I think we play that. Maybe we do it like this. 600 should be enough, right? Yeah, I think that's going to be plenty. There we go. Looking juicy. Power per turn's getting up there too. We're at 81 right now. It's kind of just a side deal in this deck too, right? It's not really what our main focus is, but it does help us into the late game. As you can see, he's minus 20 now from our Snow Queen. So that is helping us. All right, let's see here. Let's get our Web, our Stradivarius, and our oh, no. I want to do our Archangel, actually. Get that buff. All right, good turn. He's gonna get his Eye Raw combo going. This should help him catch up a little bit. All right, there's our Goo. And Lobotomy. Okay. We want to get Lobotomy back so we get the plus 20. And let's do Tungsten so we can get that extra 14 into this last round, or this last turn. Potentially last turn. I think it'll be last turn. We'll see. This Jet Car in hand. Be surprised if he beats us. All right, what did we get? What did we get? Okay. We got our Sacrifice, which is nice because it's going to give us that plus 50. We got Caves and Jet Car, so it'll be a good turn for us, over 700 for sure. So I think we've got this in the bag. Let's see. Over 800. Ooh, even better than I thought. This deck can put it down. Heck yeah. 1,600, not bad. All right, that's the deck, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the Brain Goo. I think it's pretty strong, honestly. Might not be as strong as our Sagan build, but again, that deck is has the space cards, which I feel like the Planet X, and you know, kind of with the black hole and all that going on, is pretty strong. So I think it'd be tough for this deck to compete against it. So I do think the Sagan Goo is a little bit stronger, but this deck does hold its own, I think, as well. So I wouldn't discount it by any means. I just think it's probably not as strong as the first one I showed you guys, but I think this is still pretty good. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I appreciate you watching. Have a good night, guys.